Excelsior aficionados of the animated universe. Fans worldwide are familiar with how the DC animated universe commenced with the iconic Batman the Animated Series in 1992 and concluded the Justice League Unlimited in 2006. However, running concurrently with Justice League was a series that unveiled an entirely new future for the Justice League in the DCAU. Set 2 decades ahead of Batman the Animated Series, the beloved series was none other than Batman Beyond. This show showcases a futuristic iteration of the Justice League, further cementing its presence in the canon through various tie-ins and spin-offs. In today's video, we'll delve into the rich lore of Justice League Beyond. So, let's embark on a journey aboard the ultimate tool and explore Earth 12, the home of the DC animated universe. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin.
Look!
Is DCAU the same as Earth 12? While the animated universe primarily resides within Earth 12, burning questions, discussions, and theories have long persisted about whether the DCAU and Earth 12 align perfectly. In the Earth 12 spin-off comics, numerous factual disparities emerge from the DCAU. The demise of the Joker, the timing of Batman's retirement, and even the existence of Jason Todd, among others. Yet, these stories also reference actual events from the DCAU alongside significant occurrences from comic book lore. According to Bruce Timm, the creator behind the entire DCAU, the narratives set in Earth 12 aren't considered canonical to the DCAU. However, some of these stories contribute substantially to establishing the overarching mythos. So, it's plausible to interpret that DCAU indeed corresponds to Earth 12, but the events depicted in the spin-off books represent a possible future of the DCAU, akin to the future state timeline on Prime Earth in comics. The events that came forth depended on further actions of the superheroes and humanity, and their possible effects on the timeline.
What did you do? He got a call for help on the JLU frequency. We were following it here when...
The Call from the League. This older version of Justice League first appeared in Batman Beyond Season 3, Episode 7, The Call, on November 11th, 2000. This story was set in the Batman Beyond timeline and its continuity. The tale commences with Micron, a hero facing a near-fatal accident while attempting to rescue a derailed monorail, a rescue operation seemingly sabotaged by someone. Subsequently, an older Superman intervened, subduing the antagonist Inkay during a pursuit by Terry McGinnis, aka the Batman of the future DCAU. Superman, Terry, and Bruce convened in the Batcave, where Superman proposed Terry's inclusion in their new Justice League. Terry denied, but accepted Superman's invitation to visit the Watchtower. Upon their arrival, Terry was introduced to the rest of the League: Big Barda, Warhawk, Cairo, Aqua Girl, and the critically injured Micron, placed in stasis. Following Terry's rescue of Aqua Girl from a life-threatening tank malfunction, Superman disclosed suspicions to Terry regarding a potential traitor within the League aiming to eliminate them. When Warhawk perished due to a sudden detonation of a missile he was retrieving, Terry and Bruce scrutinized the Batmobile's footage, revealing that Superman had used his heat vision to strike the missile. To everyone's surprise, Superman was the true traitor. Bruce entrusted Terry with a fragment of kryptonite, urging him to take whatever measures were required to halt Superman. The Call of Staro. Terry initially engaged in a confrontation with Barda over accusing Superman, but Cairo intervened to halt their clash. To everyone's surprise, Warhawk emerged alive and supported Terry's evidence. The League collectively decided to confront Superman and caught him in the act, attempting to tamper with Micron's stasis. Initially denying the allegations, Superman eventually engaged in a skirmish with the League, outnumbering them all. As Micron regained consciousness and attempted to restrain Superman, he managed to escape. Utilizing a boom tube, the League journeyed to Superman's Fortress of Solitude, uncovering that Superman was actually under the influence of Staro. Staro was rescued by Superman in an episode from Superman the Animated Series, and was confined among Superman's collection of creatures in the fortress. Seizing control of Superman, Staro compelled him to breed other Staros, plotting Earth's conquest. Subsequently, Superman used other Staros to gain control over the entire League. However, Terry intervened using electricity to weaken Staro's hold over Superman, freeing him from Staro. In the end, Superman and Terry collaborated to liberate the League members from Staro's control. Aided by Aqua Girl, they facilitated Staro's return to its homeworld via Boom Tube, and this act earned Terry the admiration and respect of the entire League. Although Terry did not join the League in the animated series, it was depicted in the comic books that he was a member of the JL Beyond. Now that we know about their first adventure, let us delve into the secret of origins. Batman. Terrence Terry McGinnis Wade made his debut in the animated series Batman Beyond, brought to life by the collaboration of Bruce Timm and Paul Dini, with Will Friedle lending his voice to the character. Born in a future iteration of Gotham City, Terry was the offspring of Warren McGinnis, a scientist, and Wayne Powers, and Mary McGinnis, an astrophysicist. His youth was marked by a rebellious nature, affiliating with street gangs and serving time in juvenile detention. Meanwhile, Bruce had retired as Batman due to heart complications spanning 2 decades. When Terry encountered the Joker and sought refuge in Wayne Manor, it was Bruce who came to his rescue. Inside the manor, Terry discovered Bruce's secret identity as Batman. Tragically, Mr. Fix claimed Terry's father's life, leading him to connect the incidents to Derek Powers, the new leader of Wayne Powers. Terry enlisted Bruce's assistance in taking down Derek, resulting in Bruce bestowing upon him the futuristic Batsuit, thus anointing Terry as the Batman of the future. With Bruce's mentorship, Terry successfully confronted Derek, thereafter balancing his duties as Bruce's personal secretary and the new Batman, always having Bruce's guidance at hand. In the Justice League Unlimited episode Epilogue, Amanda Waller disclosed a startling revelation that Terry was genetically engineered from Bruce Wayne's DNA, ensuring a perpetual existence of Batman in the world. Consequently, Terry not only inherited the mantle, but also the legacy of Batman by lineage and right. Superman. As depicted in Superman the Animated Series, the Superman from this Earth had the classic backstory of being the last son of Krypton, who was sent to Earth in a rocket ship when the planet Krypton exploded. Adopted by Jonathan and Martha Kent and raised in Smallville, he learned the value of a life amongst humanity. He moved to Metropolis in his quest for greater good of mankind, where he adopted the moniker of a superhero and was christened as Superman by the newspaper Daily Planet. He rose as humanity's paramount champion, representing truth, justice, a better tomorrow, and above all, he was a living embodiment of hope. He later joined forces with other superheroes on Earth and formed the Justice League, and then expanded the ranks to form Justice League Unlimited. Due to his Kryptonian DNA, his aging process had decelerated, and within the Batman Beyond timeline, he established the new Justice League and also set up a new secret identity of Cal Kent, a firefighter. Warhawk. During the timeline of the Justice League animated series, Green Lantern, John Stewart, and Hawkgirl, Shayra Hall, developed a romantic bond until Shayra's true identity was revealed as a spy from Thanagar. She had been carrying out the commands from Commander Harrow Tulloch, intending to invade Earth and utilize it as a gateway to the Gardonian world, causing destruction to both planets. Despite aiding the League in thwarting the invasion, John and Shayra parted ways. When John ventured into the future, he encountered Warhawk, allegedly his and Shayra's future son. Upon his return, John divulged this information to Shayra, but he did not wish to disrupt their present. Thus, he pursued a relationship with Vixen, planning to propose to her. Tragically, just as he was about to propose, Shadow Thief emerged, unexpectedly killing Vixen before vanishing into thin air. Heartbroken, John embarked on a quest for vengeance, alongside Shayra and Adam Strange in pursuit of Shadow Thief. Adam Strange revealed that Shadow Thief was actually Carter Hall's dark thoughts manifested in evil form, who hated John as he had taken Shayra from him. In a confrontation, John, consumed by rage, ended Shadow Thief's life with an nth metal bullet. This act led to John's expulsion from the Green Lantern Corps. Over time, Shayra and John rekindled their love and welcomed a son named Rex Stewart. Raised with the teachings of a warrior, Rex adopted the persona of Warhawk. Together with Adam Strange, he journeyed into Thanagar and liberated it from Gordonian oppression. Despite being a hybrid, acceptance amongst the Thanagarians was a gradual process. Eventually, Rex returned to Earth and became a member of the JL Beyond. Aqua Girl. Marina was born as the second child to King Arthur and Queen Mera in Atlantis. During her childhood, while Arthur was away on a mission, she was abducted by Darkseid soldier known as the Deep Six. Upon Arthur's return, he discovered Orion in Atlantine custody and demanded answers about Marina's whereabouts. Orion revealed that Darkseid had taken her to be trained as one of his Furies under Granny Goodness's guidance. He revealed that his mission was to thwart the Deep Six and offered assistance to rescue Marina. Together, Arthur and Orion confronted Granny, freeing Marina from captivity. However, Arthur became an excessively protective father upon their return, maintaining a watchful eye over Marina even as she matured. Feeling suffocated in Atlantis, Marina swam to the surface world, where she saved Warhawk from Kanjaro and swiftly developed feelings for him. When she shared this news with Arthur, he expressed discontent. Superman pledged to serve as her guardian on the surface, allowing Marina to join JL Beyond as Aqua Girl. Big Barda. Breda and her companion, Goodness, were dwellers in the desolate depths of Apocalypse, where they were seized by Darkseid's forces and trained as warriors for his army. While Goodness displayed unwavering alliance to Darkseid, ascending to the role of a trainer for assassins, Big Breda not only fought as a warrior but also served as a breeder, contributing to Darkseid's warrior face with her unique genome. Despite the prohibition of love Apocalypse, Breda defied the rules, giving birth to a baby girl amidst the battlefield who she named Barda, hiding her existence from prying eyes. However, Granny Goodness unraveled the secret and forcibly took Barda to mold her into Darkseid's assassin. Similar to her mother, Barda found affection in another at Granny's camp, a boy named Scott Free. Fleeing with Scott, Barda sought refuge on Earth, establishing a family. During Scott's absence, Darkseid launched an attack using New Genesis technology, prompting Earth to retaliate against New Genesis. Despite the conflict, Scott and Highfather managed to avert the imminent danger. A peace pact ensued, mandating the dismantling of all New Genesis technology. Barda, now stranded on Earth, found herself in solitude until Superman extended an invitation for her to join the JL Beyond. While Cairo honed his skills as Lantern, Karare delved into darkness, transforming into a deadly assassin. Ultimately, Cairo journeyed to Metropolis and became part of the new JL Beyond, embracing his destiny as Green Lantern. Micron. Following Bruce Wayne's withdrawal from the public eye and Derek Powers' takeover of Wayne Enterprises, scientist Nobu Otaka's Vibrospace presentation faced sabotage through arson. This was actually a front for the legal sale of bioweapons on the black market by Derek Powers. During the rescue operation from the fire, the courageous female paramedic was exposed to nucleic and atomic energy in the laboratory. She gave birth to a boy. Since childhood, the boy exhibited glimpses of his powers. He would shrink to a minuscule size when danger loomed, and he'd grow immensely strong and big when he felt brave, ready to confront challenges. He made use of these abilities not only in his daily life, but also in sports. When Toy Man attacked the Metropolis Toy Convention, the boy subdued him, saving Superman from the threat of liquid kryptonite. Though he made sure that he remained hidden from Superman and the League, Superman noticed him. The boy found his calling and visited the JL Watchtower the following day. Initially, he was met with resistance from other members, but was welcomed by Superman to join the team. Introducing himself as Micron, he embraced his new home amongst the ranks of JL Beyond. Flash. Danica Williams, daughter of the transportation engineer at Star Labs, came to Central City as her parents were assigned to improve the transportation system. Although her dream was to become a track star, she was diagnosed with asthma and had to rely on an inhaler to get her through the day. She later discovered that she could communicate with the voices of the previous Flashes in the Speed Force, Jay Garrick, Wally West, and Bart Allen. On the urge from the voices, she tapped into the Speed Force and saved a man from a speed train. She developed and mastered her powers very swiftly, even running on air molecules. Using her inhaler to conceal her identity, she received training from past Flashes and a parkour group, gradually revealing her abilities to her parents. With her father's help, she designed a protective suit to harness her powers and venture into fighting crime. She took up a job at the Flash Museum. Later, she saved the entire League from a villain named Mindslide, single-handedly by short-circuiting his brain with the Speed Force, with a little help of the former Flashes. Superman was so impressed that he offered her a place in the League. She accepted the offer and put in a counter-offer of a customary Flash-Superman race, as directed by Wally. Danny and Superman started their race, and her place was cemented in JL Beyond. Green Lantern Cairo. In pursuit of identifying the next incarnation of the revered spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama, the High Lamas embark on a quest of meditation at the Lahamo Latlatso Lake. Their search led them to discover an orphaned baby whom they believed to be the reincarnation. They named him Cairo and nurtured him within the confines of the Lama Palace, awaiting the inevitable test to validate his identity as the Dalai Lama one day. Cairo, who was raised alongside a girl whom he loved like his elder sister, named Karare. Cairo found contentment in his life as a monk. However, Karare harbored ambitions for the wealth and prosperity that lay beyond the palace walls, as she believed that their lives were unfortunate to begin with. During the crucial test day, Cairo was presented with an array of items, unknowingly containing belongings to the original Dalai Lama. Kurare's objections, asserting that the successor must be chosen through the golden urn's names, went unheard. The moment arrived for Cairo to make his selection, potentially marking him as the Dalai Lama's reincarnation. But before he could choose, fate intervened. The Green Lantern ring from among the objects selected him as the Green Lantern of Sector 2814. In the ensuing chaos, Cairo accidentally shattered the golden urn, exposing Kurare's treachery, as she had manipulated it to contain only her name. The revelation led to the banishment of both Cairo and Kurare from the palace.
Now, we make miracles.
Mr. Miracle. Scot-free, Highfather's biological son, was exchanged for Orion in a pact between New Genesis and Darkseid's Apocalypse. Raised by the harrowing expert, he endured relentless torment from Granny Goodness, yet he was able to resist her attempts at brainwashing. Despite repeated failed escape attempts, each effort honed his escapist abilities, leading to his eventual triumph over the infernal expert. Emerging as the renowned escape artist known as Mr. Miracle, Scott not only liberated himself, but also freed his love, Big Barda, from Granny Goodness's grip, eventually marrying her. Later in life, he reconnected with his birthplace, New Genesis, aiding them in confronting Darkseid's forces on Earth and participating alongside various new gods. He later joined JL Beyond as one of their reserve ranks. Captain Marvel. In the animated universe, Billy Batson, a young boy studying in the C.C. Binder Elementary School, transformed into the superpowered crime fighter Captain Marvel by uttering the enhancing word Shazam. Embracing his role as a burgeoning superhero, Billy aimed to emulate his idol Superman. Despite his youth, Captain Marvel swiftly gained admiration and respect, earning acclamation not only in Fawcett City, but also beyond its borders. However, after an accident, their physiology changed. All members of the Shazam family now stayed together inside their power. Someone on the outside took charge. Sometimes it was Billy, sometimes Mary, or Adam, and sometimes the wizard Shazam himself. Eventually, he received an invitation to join the Justice League Unlimited. Despite having the power of 7 gods coursing through his body, his unwavering belief in fair play led him to take people at face value. So much that it could be termed naive. However, as time went by, he became emotionally mature and eventually joined JL Beyond in the future, and was also in a romantic relationship with the Flash.
This is how you interrogate someone.
Honey, Bruce didn't overwrite your DNA with his. I did.
Old Man Bruce and Amanda Waller. The aged Bruce Wayne and Amanda Waller were the helping hands for the JL Beyond. Since Bruce was already mentoring Terry, he effectively participated in any and every of the JL Beyond's missions, sometimes in person and sometimes operating from his cave. Amanda also extended her help. Their main area of expertise revolved around detection and strategic neutralization of any common threat. With time, Bruce and Amanda had resolved their differences and started acting in the interest of the New Age heroes. Though both had lost their edge due to old age, that did not stop them from giving the best of their prowess to help the League fight off threats to this Earth. Now that we are accustomed with the entire JL Beyond, let's delve further into the swashbuckling tales of their adventures and bravado. Will hope come back? When Terry apprehended criminals from the metropolis in Gotham, they admitted fleeing to avoid the Ghost's pursuit. Terry and Bruce initiated an investigation, discovering Metallio carrying a load of pills containing a blend of drugs and kryptonite. Upon arriving in Metropolis, Terry found its populace under the influence of the substance, deteriorating the city even more than Gotham. Superman had withdrawn from the public view after releasing control of Staro, coinciding with mysterious disappearances throughout Metropolis, where entire gangs and drug users vanished without a trace. It was later unveiled that Superman was present but devastated after breaking free from Staro's control, discovering Lois had long since passed away. Additionally, he couldn't approach Metropolis due to the kryptonite radiation emitted by the drug users. Meanwhile, Terry sabotaged Lex Luthor's attempt to acquire the solar concentrator, unveiling Lex's responsibility for distributing the drugs to deter Superman. Lex aimed to bring down Metropolis along with himself. In a confrontation where Lex attempted to eliminate Terry, Superman intervened, revealing his role in sending the drug users to the Phantom Zone. Lex had engineered a super soldier with the solar concentrator and unleashed it on Superman. Terry disabled Lex's kryptonite-emitting chair, granting Superman an opportunity to defeat the super soldier and banish Lex to the Phantom Zone. Superman entrusted Terry with the Phantom Zone projector for his discretion, giving him Jimmy's signal watch to call for aid whenever necessary. Superman departed to explore other worlds after empowering Terry to use the projector and handle future challenges. The return of Superman. During his adventures on distant worlds, Superman reflected on his irreplaceable, despite waning powers due to aging, yearning to return to Earth as he was homesick. Meanwhile, JL Beyond sought Terry's aid post-Lex's downfall as Metropolis was paralleling Gotham's chaos. Superman came back to Earth and in the guise of Clark Kent, visited his parents' graves, pondering his relevance and questioning the need for Superman. Meanwhile, Marco Macaro, aka Mangler, a model prisoner, was heartbroken when his daughter Mina denied him a visit at the prison. He went on parole work at Lex Labs, and during an altercation with the guards, he turned into a rocky behemoth after a freak accident. He was dubbed Armageddon by the news. While Clark was reminiscing his love with Lois, he heard of Armageddon on the news and joined the fight with JL Beyond to stop him. Armageddon had visited his daughter Mina and scared her out of her wits. This led him to hate his own existence and he started destroying Metropolis. He said he could be stopped only if Superman killed him. In a cataclysmic fight in space, it seemed that both Superman and Armageddon had perished. But Superman managed to save Armageddon and also survived. Superman renewed Justice League ties by accepting Cairo's offer. Later, at Lois's grave, Clark and Bruce reconcile and reminisce about Lois. Clark reaffirmed his identity as both Clark and Superman, and hinted at a lasting return to heroism. Bruce silently welcomed back his cherished friend. The earth-shattering terror. Terry, Cairo, Barda, and Warhawk were abruptly withdrawn from the ongoing mission and urgently summoned to the JL Beyond watchtower. Superman disclosed that they had deployed Micron as an undercover operative with the terrorist group Cobra, seeking various items globally for an undisclosed purpose. Unexpectedly, Micron had defected and aligned himself with Cobra, carrying out their directives. The entire League journeyed to Dinosaur Island Cadmus' stronghold, where Micron's last signal emanated. Amidst chaos, Micron and the Cobra forces retrieved the mother box from Cadmus and escaped, triggering an explosion. Terry tracked them to the Cobra base, engaged their henchmen, subdued Micron, and rescued Amanda Waller, returning with her to the JL Beyond watchtower. There, Amanda Waller revealed how she and Micron were brainwashed. She spoke of a long-standing conflict between Cobra and Cadmus. Cobra aimed to acquire a mythical Minoan book, a mother box, and other artifacts to resurrect Ouroboros, the Serpent Queen, heralding universal destruction and a rebirth led by a snake god Kali Yuga. Their initial step was to obliterate New Genesis. Understanding the imminent threat, Barda proposed an immediate journey to New Genesis. However, lacking a mother box due to the absence of New Genesis technology on Earth, they decided to speak to Bruce's assistant. The War of the Worlds. Bruce provided the League with a mother box to transport them to New Genesis. However, their arrival proved futile, as New Genesis lay in ruins, as Ouroboros already devastated the planet. Despite joining forces with Orion and the gods, they could thwart Ouroboros' destruction of Apocalypse. The League made their final stand on Earth, defending the Watchtower against Ouroboros' assault. Both the Green Lantern Corps and the Thanagarian forces intervened but couldn't weaken Ouroboros. Meanwhile, Micron, Barda, and Marina managed to subdue the Snake Queen and secure the Myonan Book. At Bruce's suggestion, Terry invoked a magical incarnation using Jason Blood's ashes, transforming into Etrigan. He incinerated Ouroboros with hellfire, ultimately ending its life. Batman restored Terry with the iron brand of Morgan Le Fay, but could not stop the Watchtower's destruction. Everyone was rescued, but Jimmy Olsen tragically perished while saving Waller. Once the ordeal subsided, all the heroes regrouped, readying themselves for the future. Mr. Miracle was relieved to be alive and offered a position within the League. Bruce and Terry convened at the Batcave while Superman and Waller mourned Jimmy at his graveside. The power of gods. Cairo infiltrated the Academy of Arts and Sciences undercover, discovering its covert brain trust operation. The organization aimed to amplify students' mental abilities, forming an army for criminal pursuits. Those who recalled being treated differently had their minds wiped, forced to comply with the headmistress's commands. When Cairo vanished, the jail beyond tracked Brain Trust to Fawcett City. Meanwhile, Cairo, with fragmented memories, struggled to recollect his purpose at the academy. He befriended Mary, who also sensed that the reality was just a facade. However, the League was captured, and all the students were asked to execute them. Following a lot of mental struggle, Mary's memories resurfaced. She uttered the magical words Shazam, and Captain Marvel, Mary Marvel, and Teth Adam released alternatively, who helped to subdue the supervillains of the Brain Trust. At the end of the fight, Billy came out to represent the Shazam family, and he was welcomed to the League, and he joined JL Beyond. The Phantom Menace. When a UFO hit the sun, it caused a surge in Superman's powers. The powers were overriding, and Superman was a potential danger to everyone. So he had Micron destroy his cell's capability to absorb sunlight, becoming powerless. However, when he tried to lead a normal life with Rita, he was attacked by a robot controlled from beyond. The League deduced that the UFO that hit the sun was Kryptonian, so Superman traveled to the Phantom Zone to get answers. There, he found a kid who was controlling Kryptonian tech outside the zone. He was the one who made the UFO hit the sun with his headgear and controlled the robot as well. He was revealed to be Jax-Ur's son. Superman fought Jax-Ur hand-to-hand, while the League fought the Superman's robots whom Jax-Ur's son was controlling. The League traveled to the Phantom Zone and subdued Jax-Ur and all the Kryptonian criminals who were planning on escaping and ruling Earth. Superman saw that Jax-Ur's son was very much tormented by his father, so he offered him a place on Earth. On his return, Superman proposed that the child take over Superboy of Earth. On asking, Jax-Ur's son revealed his name as Zod. The Attack of Brainiac. Zod underwent training with the League on Earth when an unexpected turn of events unfolded. The world's technology, previously benign, suddenly turned hostile, wreaking havoc and causing chaos. Even heroes reliant on technological powers found themselves going berserk. While the League struggled to contain the global turmoil, Superman uncovered the resurgence of Brainiac as the orchestrator behind the attacks, seizing control of all Earth's technology. Realizing that Earth faced a unique threat, Superman concluded that the most effective defense against Brainiac lay in magic. Zod and Superman deduced Brainiac's ambition to assimilate Earth and transform it into a colossal supercomputer. Despite facing numerous challenges, the assembled heroes convened at Paradise Island, the last bastion of magic. Max, a friend of Terry, devised a voodoo virus encapsulated in Kryptonian crystals. Micron, utilizing the crystals, shrank himself, and with the assistance of Flash and Superman, they carried the crystals to be disseminated into Brainiac's global system. The objective was to confine Brainiac's consciousness to a singular body. The voodoo virus successfully wiped out all traces of Brainiac from the world, except for the isolated body on Paradise Island. Engaging in a fierce battle, the united heroes, including the return of Wonder Woman, confronted Brainiac. Ultimately, Captain Marvel utilized Aquaman's trident to deliver the decisive blow, ending Brainiac's threat. However, it later came to light that Wonder Woman had returned for a much darker purpose: the coming of the Justice Lords. As history went, following the Justice League of Earth-12's triumph over the Justice Lords, they repatriated their advisories to their own realm, stripped of their powers. Unexpectedly, the Lord's powers eventually returned, sparking a conflict between Lord Superman and Lord Batman, leading to a superhero clash. The Earth-12 League intervened, arriving in the Lord world to assist Lord Batman in emerging victorious against Lord Superman. Wonder Woman from Earth-12 chose to remain on that world, partnering with Lord Batman to oversee and safeguard its future. However, her return and timing sparked suspicion amongst the JL Beyond. What if she was Lady Wonder Woman? So Superman sent Terry to the Lord world for recon. Unexpectedly, Lord Superman reappeared with the Justice Lords, overpowering all the members of the League. He then decided to teleport to his world to subdue Terry, and to everyone's surprise, he addressed Wonder Woman as his wife. The truth. Diana revealed to Clark and Bruce that on the Lord Earth, Lord Superman and Lady Wonder Woman attacked Lord Batman's base while he was building a kryptonite-powered weapon. While Wonder Woman engaged Lord Superman in combat, Lady Wonder Woman deceitfully outwitted Lord Batman and killed him. Stricken with grief over the loss of her love, Wonder Woman in her anguish used her lasso to strangle Lady Wonder Woman. Both reeling from tragic losses, Lord Superman and Wonder Woman forged an unexpected truce and orchestrated a ceremonial union, a royal wedding, as a public display of reconciliation for the world to witness. In an effort to maintain order, they detained most villains with Arkham. Should containment measures fail, they resorted to more extreme actions. However, the true motive behind Wonder Woman's return was to locate her and Lord Superman's son, a revelation that shocked everyone: Zod. They hired Zod with a combination of their DNA using Amazonian and Kryptonian tech to represent a beacon who could reunite the fractured Earth. It was Lord Earth's Brainiac that stole Zod and gave him to Jax-Ur on Earth-12. The final fight for justice. Mr. Miracle executed a daring rescue, liberating the JL Beyond members by surprising Lady Barda. Amidst the chaos, Lord Superman launched an assault on Wonder Woman, prompting Zod to step in and defend her. Lord Superman attempted to persuade Zod to join forces, proposing a plan to paint the Earth-12 League as the true villains, thereby uniting the fractured Lord Earth. However, Bruce uncovered the malevolent scheme and disclosed it to the Justice Lords, who, despite their misguided past, refused to succumb to such a treacherous proposal. Joining hands with JL Beyond, they endeavored to stop Lord Superman. However, Lord Superman utilized Luthor's technology to strip them of their powers. Just as defeat seemed imminent, Terry intervened, donning Lord Batman's complete Kryptonian suit, its kryptonite radiation recalibrated to weaken Lord Superman. Seizing the moment, Superman incapacitated Lord Superman with a kryptonite batarang, ultimately dispowering him. They exiled him to the Phantom Zone, ending his threat. With the conflict resolved, the Justice League and the Lords bid their farewells. Wonder Woman had to remain on Earth-12 when Adam told her to relinquish the duties to the Lords. She aspired to mend their relationship with Zod in the future. Ultimately, Bruce, Superman, and Wonder Woman reflected on their present situation, finding solace in the fact that the future was entrusted in the capable hands of JL Beyond, instilling hope for a brighter tomorrow. The Forgotten Heroes. In this timeline, we caught glimpses of several supporting characters. Tim Drake, the ultimate Robin in the Batman animated universe, appeared in the Return of the Joker event where he fell victim to brainwashing, transforming into a Joker-like figure, ultimately halted by Jerry. John Johns, alias Martin Manhunter, ran a private investigation agency named Jonas Investigation. He had encountered Starfire and formed an alliance with her. Barbara Gordon, alias Batgirl, ascended to the role of police commissioner before eventually becoming the district attorney. Dick Grayson, aka Nightwing, took the role of a personal trainer for Terry McGinnis. Harley Quinn resided in this timeline as a reformed elderly woman and served as a guardian to the Dee Dee twins. There were indications of her amicable relationship with Barbara Gordon. Virgil Hawkins, also known as Static, once aided JL Beyond in their battle against the augmented Joker's gang. Meanwhile, Lobo continued his journey as an intergalactic mercenary, even targeting Superman for a bounty. And although most of the new gods were killed by the Serpent Queen, Darkseid, Orion, and Becca still survived. With Darkseid now blind, Orion ruled New Apokolips. Marvelous verdict. That's all for today, my aficionados of animated universe. We've delved into the rich history of Justice League Beyond and their remarkable adventures, but rest assured, there are exciting new escapades on the horizon waiting to unfold. And whenever that happens, our channel will be there to cover it first. If you loved this video, then please like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, my friends, to the Beyond.